The Hebrew text in the Bible has hidden formats. By revealing these formats, I will prove the first writer's words were hidden from you. These formats look like poetry as I group them into small paragraphs. Their grouping will become known as a psalm, and together they become psalms. Let me show you our Creator's 12 commandments, listed in Exodus chapter 20, verses 1 through 17. Any father of a family or his wife who did not obey any one of these 12 commandments, our Creator demanded they bring him a sin offering. Thus, our Creator defined the word sin as not obeying any one of these 12 commandments. Next, I want to show you how I changed one word in Exodus 26, verse 26, the word bars to arches, and the words now reveal the style of the roof for our Creator's tent for meeting with Him. Let me show you the translator's words from the preface of the 1611 King James Bible. They gave 4 reasons for themselves or others to edit the Bible's words. The red arrow at the top points to their 3rd reason to edit the text. By the light and feeling we attained unto ourselves. The next red arrow down points to them giving the title, the Divine, to a clerk named Gregory. The next block of words, they point out they were happy that the first emperor of Rome established the year to the course of the sun. Behind this text means Nebuchadnezzar ordered his kingdom to follow our Creator's calendar when he stopped eating grass. Did you notice the letter S in sun is capitalized? This is to give respect to the Egyptian sun god Ra. Have you seen the Egyptian obelisk in the Vatican's front yard? The last arrow points to your reward for studying the Bible. Your reward is to have a fellowship with the saints and participation of a heavenly nature that will never fade away. There is no such thing as nature to a truthful Christian. Our Creator created everything. By their own words, they were not seeking to know our Creator or Jesus. Not everyone has the knowledge to correct every word. I have an old Bible program that has the New American Standard Bible 1977 concordance to help find a better word. Their concordance has the number of times they use that English word in a parenthesis for that Hebrew word. The translators removed his name, YHVH, to put in 2 titles, Lord and God. I replaced those titles using the letters Y and V as his name, for the Hebrew language does not have a J, O, or W. By using these 2 letters, I am closer to the truth than anyone using J, O, or W for his name. So why is there a single letter O in the Hebrew text 1,095 times? No proper English was used? The blue highlighted text is text that I am removing. The red highlighted words are little words that I'm adding. Gray italic words are words that I added. To respect and honor our Creator, all capital letters in purple are our Creator's words. This is Jesus' prophecy, for I am revealing the first writer's words to tell you the true truths about Jesus. As the text is revealed, you can taste the writer's style of wording. Their words will take your belief to trusting our Creator. You will be watching prophecy before your eyes as I edit true truths back into their psalms. All right, this will be Nehemiah, and I'm going to do a review of what I've done. And the yellow text is still things that I have under question right now. So what I do is remove the text and try to find a 4-verse format from the text that exists. And you can see that here a lot of this is starting to be 4-verse. Now, the only thing about Nehemiah is that he doesn't really have any words of prophecy in here. So it's not like he is really a prophet. What he is doing is discussing events that would be around the time of after they've been taken captive into Babylon. But as you've seen, that's the end of that text. And out of the rest of Nehemiah, there wasn't anything that was worth saving, because it's just that bad. Okay, and now remember, I've already did Haggai, and there was nothing in Haggai, even though Haggai's name is mentioned in either Ezra or Zechariah. So because I've done those two books already, Ezra ended up being a scribe and not a high priest nor a prophet. A lot of people think that he is a prophet. It's just not true. The text reveals. And a lot of these names, they were just redundant, stupid, don't need to know about this stuff. I kind of went over everything and why I was getting rid of it. So if you want to watch the video 1 on this, on Nehemiah, that's your choice. But what you're seeing here is just that I didn't find any more out of Nehemiah except for chapter 1. So this is Nehemiah, and I had to add this as a note, a scribe. Now, when I went through here and I tried to match the format like you've seen in the intro, where 2 paragraphs equal, or this is a paragraph, and then this is another paragraph, but these 2 will make a larger paragraph. Okay. Now, what I've had to do is, under the format here, I know that there is a missing group here, and then down at the bottom, there is a missing group here. And what I've done is I've edited it and I've got it ready to mesh in, and it's going to mesh in after Habakkuk, because Habakkuk has text that says that Babylon is coming. Okay, I believe Babylon is coming. So what I did, though, when I looked at the text already to mesh in, the only thing I could do is say that Nehemiah is going to be another scribe in Egypt. Okay, they have it like he's at the capital. Okay, let me roll that up to show you that I'm replacing those words there, because he can't be there according to the text down here. For example, I mentioned it in the beginning that on the first video, that the captives would have known this is what happened down here. And it's not only Jerusalem was burned with fire, the temple was burned, not the temple. I've got pagan name here. It's his house. Our Creator's house for meeting with him was burnt, and they took all the utensils and gold and silver out of it. Now, the thing here is the text, when I was looking to mesh it, this text can only come that he's down in Egypt, and it's like they've started to return. So his brother here came with some men from Israel, and this is the promised land that they're there now. What I'm talking about is the promised land. This is not the promised land. This is the Moses give them this land for the inheritance. But this land is the promised land. And this is Israel, known as the nation of Israel, or promised land, or altogether it's known as the nation of Israel. But the thing here is it's all the texts that I've got, like Nehemiah, Ezra, it's all talking about on this side on the west side of the Jordan River, and the enemy is over here on the east side of the Jordan River. So when I looked at the text, I realized that I've got to use this text someplace, and it only makes sense when it's going to be introduced as this, that he too was a scribe, like Ezra is a scribe, um, that they seem to have lived by one of the rivers, and they're going to give it a city here. So at the top of Egypt, there's going to be the Nile River is going to branch out into rivers, and where they escapees came, that's where this is. I'm going to say it's located because it's going to be with Ezra, and I'm figuring it's the biggest community of those who had escaped. Now there's a prophecy in one of the other books that I've done that'll tell you that they escaped, okay? Or the warning was that they escaped. And that's coming out of Habakkuk. He was there before Babylon come down, and he was announcing for those that will read this in the future, they are to save their lives and escape. So this is why I've got them here in Egypt. Okay, and that's how I edit it. Now, I've had to add this to say that, and that came out of Ezra's text. And then I had to add this, how many had survived the remnant and about Jerusalem. So what here, the text is telling me that they've come from Israel, like they're hearing that their people are coming back, or it's the news after they had been taken to Babylon. So the text is still kind of making me wonder how close it is to the return, or is this news like I said, after they went into Babylon. But how close is to the return? Because here it's talking about just Jerusalem was burnt with fire. So it doesn't really get into details. And then this format, 4-verse, it does go together. But the thing here is let me see here. Okay, I already moved it. There was verses that I moved. I think it was somewhere here. Maybe I'm wrong. But that's all I've got for today, because tomorrow I'm going to do another short one like today, but I'm going to show you how the books are going to start getting the return. We have text of now the return and the building. So what I'm getting prepared to do is to do Daniel. So we have the whole story about from Daniel to the return. Okay, so that's important. So I'm trying to put these books, meshing them together to actually get the true story. So, but other than that, stop by and keep an eye on what's going on, because this is changing history as you know it of the Bible. Not too many people are familiar with the hidden formats in the Bible. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you some of the stuff in Ezra here while I'm talking to end the video. But this news isn't known to everybody. So what I'm hoping to do is to draw the attention and see how many people actually care about the text being corrected and getting rid of those that have been editing the Bible for over 2,000 years